Hello, fellow Hyruliens! I'm your guide, the Hyrule Historian, and welcome to a special mini-series of Animal Crossing New Horizon, where I wish to share my island with you guys to see what you guys think and where we can have a little bit of fun. However, if you're not aware what Animal Crossing is by now, it is pretty much a relaxing game, easygoing, where you are a villager living on your own within an island filled with all your neighbors, which are, of course, animals. And we are also joined by... there she is. Our assistant, Isabelle. Well, one of our assistants. The other one is, of course, the well-known Tom Nook. However, we'll get to him in a little bit. Hello there, everyone! Right now on Neo Varia, it is technically 4 o'clock. On July 16th. No news to report today. Have yourself a wonderful... that seems about right. Have a wonderful Thursday, everyone. Since this video will be most likely put up on a Thursday. The weekend is so close. I can almost taste it. But yes, this is Isabelle. Perhaps one of the more airheaded villagers on our island. She had a more important role, to my knowledge, in New Leaf. But also, I wish to welcome a very special person. This is, of course, the next chapter of Blue. Hi, Blue. How have you been? But yes, here we have Blue, the next chapter of her adventure. And this is our house, where our first thing is to check mail, which I still question why there has to be a loading screen half the time. But this is something that was throughout the beginning of the Animal Crossing series, was the Happy Home Designer, where we get points awarded to us and some prizes here and there. However, I think the prizes came in later games. It was just a special way for you and your friends to say who has the nicer house. But we got a good bit of mail. I saved some mail that I wanted to kind of show off. So Goldie, he's the golden retriever that lives on my island. I take things too serious. You're one of the least serious people I know. Next to Hornsby. I feel like, though, that's a little bit me, too, because whenever I do the history of Hyrule, it's like, why do I have to take it in so much detail? Because half the people I watch, they leave out so much detail. And Bella. Let's see. What does she have to say? Bella is the small mouse that lives on the island, who loves fashion and tries to guess the distance between the Earth and the Moon. Nothing too important. I ended up having a few more letters from her and a few other characters, including this person named Nintendo. Not really sure who they are, but they seem okay. I think they visited the island like once or twice. So we have Reed, as if you don't know, he is the con artist of the series. And yes, I know his name is Crazy Red, but for whatever reason I'm going with Crazy Reed. Anyways, we think that's enough looking at our mail, but I just wanted to kind of show this game off a little bit. I mentioned this within Link's Awakening, that Animal Crossing was about to be coming out, and by the time the video came out, it was like 2 months in. Anyways, Blue ended up saving up her money to get this arcade system, which I believe is something like a reference to the old style fighting games where, like, Street of Rage or other things. But the one unique thing about this Animal Crossing is that we have a workbench. I don't even know if I have any equipment, tools to make stuff. But such as this shell wreath. That does look nice, but probably something I wouldn't make. I do need to make a watering can though. So this is something that we can go ahead and start the video off with. Also, I do apologize with the sound. I don't know how well the sound is, since the record player that I have, it goes from very low volume to really high volume. But yeah, we just need certain tools here and supplies to upgrade different items and whatnot. But like the most basic things, and there we have our watering can. But one thing that I like about this Animal Crossing is once you make it so far in it, you can actually customize your stuff. And we'll go to the watering can here. Let's see. Now the gold items used to be really rare in the early Animal Crossing games, but I guess it's just okay, there it is now. So we can have all sorts of different colors. And with some items you can actually make up your own design for them. We'll go with purple for now, just for the fun of it. But yes, this is Blue. She's in her green outfit. I feel like within Animal Crossing, in the newer ones, I've basically just became a collector of the random clothes because you have so much unique things. However, this is the one thing that does not make sense within Animal Crossing. This in front of us is a freezer. Hopefully you all know what a freezer is. However, for whatever reason, we decide to store clothes in it. That goes as well with the refrigerator and our dresser. So, I have actually been collecting quite a lot of different uniforms. Blue has become the fashion model after her adventures. She has wandered the seas and came across Timmy and Tommy, Tom Nook's nephews, I believe. Don't know if it's really explained in that way. However, we got caught up in some random event, and now Blue lives on this island. Let's see. What is a good uniform to wear today? Yeah, we also have a few unique uniforms. Let's see. Cyberpunk, my jumpsuit, which is a stealth uniform. Because it's summer, we need the summer seashell purse. But there we have it. There's Blue. We have decided to take you guys on tour and just show you off the rest of the house kind of quickly. This is Blue's room right up here. She decorated it as it was supposed to be part of a ship. Have a few unique things. A place to keep her in shape. Her director's chair. Her desk. And that's pretty much it for her room. I mean, it's really just a quick place to change uniforms and whatnot. And as I've mentioned in Link's Awakening, I feel like the different items in Animal Crossing is used with the same engine here, because these pots look identical to the ones from Link's Awakening. At the same time, can I pull this out? Yes, I can. Here's the ocarina. I wonder if you guys think that how identical it is to the ocarina from Link's Awakening. But yeah, that's pretty much Blue's house at the moment. Nothing really too out there. It's just something that gets me by for the moment. But anyways, besides all that, I took a quick few moments to actually rearrange something, since this outdoor pool of mine was too close to the house and I couldn't just run around it. As well with this thing, which is supposed to be a more... I actually forget what it's called. It's like a watering thing that uses a bamboo pipe. Anyway, so I decided to kind of live up on this mountainside. And, of course, with Tom Nook and Isabel, they're wanting me to plant a lot more trees and flowers. And as Animal Crossing is, well, that's pretty much what you get. You have trees blocking your pathway in every which direction. Actually, I need to clean out my inventory. Over here, though, is my campsite where there's no villagers right now. And my simple outdoor crafting bench where it's starting to feel more a lot like Minecraft. And I'm having to build myself another axe because one unique thing about this Animal Crossing is with the basic axe, you don't tear down the trees, you just collect the wood from it. So of course we have these sticks here, but we don't just really want the sticks, we want the soft wood and dark wood and whatnot, where this will allow us to create a lot more things. But I'm only going to be collecting some wood right now just because I'm planning on making something in a little bit. And right now I'll go ahead and take out the ladder to go up here, just to see what you guys think of this section where we have our secret satellite that can inform us of any new information, or then Blue can have herself another adventure. And because this is also just a basic island right now, Blue has had to do every little thing. For whatever reason, they think Blue, because she's the hero, everybody can just take it easy. The hero's here. And that's another reason why we have this guy over here, because he's the guardian of the island. Blue kind of had to talk him into it. I don't know if he really enjoys it, but as you can see, there's an island far in the back. That's probably where Blue came from. She's just making sure that Ganondorf doesn't do anything else, or anything else happens from the Great Sea. So yeah, one of my daily things I end up doing within Animal Crossing is just collecting a few things here and there, and then going over to... Oh look, there's Bella.
Long time no chat, Blue.
Can't do her voice. She's like that little kid in your neighborhood that thinks that she knows everything, and it's like she's pushed away from the other kids just because that most of her stuff that she says is, well, funny enough, is correct. Yes, we've been so busy. I have been so busy adventuring, and you have been busy probably doing nothing. Also, something else I really forgot to show off, which this would help, is that this is the Nook Miles system. It's just like to give Nook points, where then you can get special things, and then these are the ways to get like bonus points by apparently cutting down a tree will give you 400 points. Go ahead and do that right now. But anyways, like there's so many different things by like collecting so many weeds, collecting so many different clothing, talking to so many villagers, creating your own outfits, catching bugs, fish, and whatnot. And I feel like a lot of it just speaks for itself, but it's one of those things that it's so basic, but because it's basic, it makes it a lot more satisfying, if that makes any sense. It's like some of the more satisfying things are the more simpler things. So we just cut down our tree And I'm gonna dig that up, because we don't need a stump just to be lying around. And of course, one of the other ways to get points now is to collect fruit. Which, this is a nice way of giving you something to do each day. But if you're someone like me and who has played Animal Crossing for hours and hours on end and have played the older versions as well, you're going to start to see a lot of throwbacks. Yeah, just a lot of throwbacks and a lot of the same old styles. And one of the other goals is just to collect a lot of bugs for whatever reason. Then we can go talk to Blathers, which is the owl who runs the museum. And yeah, so here's the city hall. There we go. So the city hall doesn't really have anything in particular. So this is also something unique that I found out. Like the DS versions, you can make your own pathways. Well, this one you can too. However, if down in the bottom right of the screen, you can see it doesn't classify as a pathway. It just classifies as you graffitiing all over the island. But yeah, here's the museum, Neo Varia's museum. Neo Varia comes from a name that I came up with for a role-playing game of mine. And it was supposed to be a big neon city filled with giant towers and whatnot. And that's kind of what I was going for. However, at the moment, for this island, it's just like bare bones. Okay, so Blathers is just blathering and explaining a few things. Gonna go ahead and let him check out 2 of these fossils that I have. Because normally, after you collect so many fossils, they all start becoming the same. But within this game, you're more likely to collect a lot of the fossils that you don't have early on. So he'll just go ahead and give us both of them back. Yeah, so I've already have both of those fossils. Normally normally the game will end up thinking that one of them is new, which I actually like, since you can see that you can get a lot of progress done. But then in the older games, it's always, oh, you already have this one and you have to go through so many fossils until you get a new one. But yeah, this is the museum. I actually enjoy it because this is the one museum in Animal Crossing that is so detailed, and it gives you a reason to actually go into it and take it easy, relax, and just look at all the progress that you've done. Now, I'm someone who normally doesn't collect a lot of stuff, but within this Animal Crossing, I just felt like it was worth it, just because it's those little things that feel satisfying. And I feel like that's something I'm going to be going back to a lot, is that this is why I enjoy some of this stuff, is because once I end up doing something, I try to appreciate for what it is. And it's like, there's not much here. I think these are moths. Okay, so that's a butterfly. But I feel like it's just so satisfying just to see what it's like. Not really just say, hey, look at all the stuff I have for the achievements. But that little by little, this is just a more of a feeling that makes everything satisfying. I have now come across, I want to call him Case from Breath of the Wild, but no. This is one of the villagers that I question. Tom Nook, one of them, I did not, but he's here. Yeah, I'm kind of skipping through some of this because I just wanted to show a lot of this off. And if I end up talking to a lot of my villagers right now, this video is going to be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour long. And I'm trying just to think what I can do, like the small challenges or something I can do to kind of show you my island. But yeah, as I mentioned before, it's just one of those things that's just more satisfying just to let the video speak for itself, since a lot of this, it's one of those more calming and relaxing games. And that's kind of why I've always liked it. I started with Animal Crossing on the original GameCube version, and even though I'm not really going to show off much of the museum right now, you guys kind of get it. This is actually one of the villagers that visits the island from time to time, which really loves bugs. And I feel like after playing the game for a while and running into this character a few times, I remembered how much I actually like chameleons. But let's see, what does Timmy and Tommy have? Hello, Sherb. Surfboard that you won't get rid of. What do we have? Are these fireworks? Sewing project that's already been worked on? I'm good. Oh yeah, it may help if I go ahead and sell some of my stuff. How much money do we get? Thinking. 16,000. Not worth it. I think we should have got a lot more for those old fossils. Oh, and because we sold some fruits and some weeds, and also caught a few bugs here and there, we're moving up in the world by collecting Nook points. The one thing that Nook literally forces onto you. So now our next achievements, if you wish to call them that, is hitting a rock and talking to 3 of your villagers. Is this another arcade machine? What is that? A little bit of, what is it, Galactica? Wow, that's expensive. Ooh, a candle. Something I think I already have. Surfboard, okay. So one interesting thing about Timmy and Tommy's shop is that we have this, which has random things in it each day. Now, I mean, you do always have the tools and different flowers, but depending on what the tools look like, and depending on what flowers you have, will also depend on the days and whatnot. Like, it was in the original, I think it was also like always random umbrellas. Yeah, so he's just explaining how we swim, which swimming in Animal Crossing, I think you don't get to do that any. There were ways to glitch yourself in the water in the past games, but it wasn't swimming. Okay, Timmy. Yeah. Okay, Timmy. You're starting to sound like an owl that I know. Okay, so let's see. What other things do we have? DIY recipes, which is really interesting for Animal Crossing, but not really useful. We have 3 of the same wallpapers, 2 of the same wallpapers, 3 of the same floorings, 2 other ones that is also the same floorings. So one good thing about some of these is that if you do like one, but you don't want to use it for your house, you can give it to a villager, and then they will decorate their house with the items you give them. So there's our little wetsuit. I'm going to go ahead and wear, since I have never done this before. First time doing it. And there we go. Let's see if we can find anything. Or actually, see if we can escape from Tom Nook. Knowing him, he may have another sea monster out here. Well, that was unique. No. Dive back down, Blue. You okay? Come on. There we go. Our very first starfish. Amazing. Not really recommended, though. Yep, I knew it. Tom Nook, he did something. Why, Tom? Why did you put up this barrier? But still, like a lot of things, the water in this game is also nice. They have updated it a little bit. Why would you touch a jellyfish, Blue? We have learned from the past adventure that jellyfishes are evil. But anyways, guys, this has been the Hyrule Historian, here with Blue. And I hope you have all enjoyed this special video. There may be a part 2, I'm unsure at the moment. But please let me know by leaving a like or a comment below. So with that said, once again, thanks for watching. And we will see you all in the next video. Later, guys.